Now this is off, but I don't know if that's going to do it or not. So let's take this. Plug it in. Turn it on. Turn this on. Bring it up to about 4 volts. And let's find it here.
Should I do things? Don't do it. Todd, where did you come from? I knew that in the future. Oh, you look great. I know. But you won't if you give yourself things. So what should I do? The most important thing is living proof dry shape. Your future hair will thank you. Love and strength protection.
Okay.
Ow, that's hot. Oh, I like that. Maybe I should start saying that.
So that's going in. See this one? Where the hell is it going? Let me find the output here. Right here. Okay, so let's put this up to 5. No, we got a short. Okay, so let's reverse these.
Start learning today at Babbel.com.
Boston Common is for women who love distinctive style.
Let's back this down. Take it down to 5.
And made to fit flawlessly. You don't always feel fashionable. It's designs that get noticed. When you want that certain something in everything you wear Boston Proverb. Boston Proverb. Wear it like no one else. Shop at bostonproverb.com.
To 3. Okay, let's take it up. 5.
Everybody on board, we're getting out of here. What about the others? We just can't leave them.
9. Okay. So that one, let me mark that one. That one is the red one. Where's my red marker? I know I got a pink one over here. And 2, 3, 5, 6. These are whiteboard stuff, but it'll fit on enough until I get some real tape on it. There. Okay, so let's turn this off and that off. And let's unplug it. Okay. So this one and this one. Sorry guys, I'll be right there. Yeah, so those are just a couple of the entertaining jobs that I had. Mentally, though, they would wear you out. They really would. Because you're always aware of your surroundings, and if you let it go for a minute, you may not have came home that night. One night, it was actually a glorious night. that's what you want to call it. I enjoyed it. One night I wasn't working, but I wanted to stop down to see how Paulie was doing, because he was down there by himself that night. It was during the cutback. And it was tough, because again, you really needed two people. So I told him, listen, I'm going to come down at closing a few minutes before, and I'll help you shut down. Because that's when you have some of your problems, actually. And the reason for that was George had a habit of trying to squeeze every buck he could out of the bar. So he knows we're shutting down 1 o'clock during the week, 2 o'clock on the weekends. Well, he serves right up until that point. And then we got to go in there and shut them down because they can't drink after 2 o'clock. And knowing the kind of club that it was, and to make sure that we didn't give the liquor commissioner any reason, because he would take any reason. So we wanted to make sure of that. Well, Carl would sell them the drink, and then when George plays the shut down, we are now closed, the bar is now closed, no alcohol to be consumed, no alcohol, this is what he used to say. And Carl, it's like, okay, here you go, $5. Puts the $5 in the drawer, turns around, oh, okay, thank you, have a good night, and he takes the drink away. Well, hello, I'd be pissed too. You shouldn't have sold it to me. Stop selling quarter of. Quarter of the hour, stop. That's all there is to it, you stop. And let them know, listen guys, you got 15 minutes. Don't down it. But if you don't, if it's still in front of you with anything in it, when that clock hits 2 or 1, depending on the day, I'm going to take the drink. But George didn't like that because he wanted to sell drinks right to the point. Because when they start drinking, they're not paying attention to the time. So as long as they're going to sell it to them, they're going to want to buy it, and they're going to want to drink it, and they want to sit there and bullshit with their friends. I mean, so, hello? I thought I heard something drop. Now I don't know where what it was. That's the second thing this floor ate. Or is that it? No, that's not it. So anyway, I'd go down there. And he would do the same thing. Because there were nights that I was there alone. Because of the cutbacks. What was that that just hit me? Oh, okay. Hey, baby, what you doing? Daddy's trying to sweep the floor. So I don't need you chasing the broom. No, I don't. I'm actually looking for something. So if you see something that doesn't look like dirt, pick it up for me. Okay. can I have it and chew on it and choke on it? And whatever other things I want to do with it? Oh, sure. Is that it? No, that's not it. I gotta get in here with the air hose, blow this whole place out. It's about that time. I'd like to see a little bit better weather though. Okay, baby, get your ass out of the way. Get your ass out of the way. And let me get that, because if you see that, it'll be gone. You've already seen it. No, 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 no. Thank you. I heard something drop. I don't know what the hell it was, but I heard it. Yeah, sure. If you fall in the trash, I'm screwed. I am not about to dig through that trash. Alright. So let's put these in here.
She's our secretary.
So anyhow. Yeah, so that particular night, I went down with the motorcycle. Don't ask me why. I don't remember where I was going, but oh, I was out alright. I was out with McBride and the guys. What are you, dull? You're not dull. Is that wire extra thick? No. You just don't want to cut it, huh? Too much give, that's what it is. Yeah. I see it. It's got a rubber piece that the blade goes up against. So I go down there, and Paul is emptying them out, and right in front of the door that actually goes out, there was 7 of them actually. There was 7 college guys, and white, stupid. Get 7 white college guys drinking, and they're just a pain in the ass. So as I keep smelling something, but I don't see anything. Nothing's getting hot. Alright. As I'm walking up to start closing and helping Paulie move them out, I'm outside, and as I'm walking up, I see 2 of these 7. One of them is laying on the ground, right on his back, right in front of the door. So as you're trying to get out, you're tripping, you're stumbling over him. The other one, I guess a friend, was laying on top of him, holding him by the hair behind his head. Again, they're both on the ground. And he said, "Kiss me, kiss me." Now, this was just some stupid college shit. It wasn't, anything as far as one being gay or not gay or anything like that. It was just, they were just being stupid. Or thinking they're smart ass. One or the other. But anyway. The guys, and I gave them a little nudge with my foot. I said, if you want to kiss them, take them out in the back. It says people are trying to get out. They're not paying attention. Not at all. I wasn't in uniform. I'm just somebody. So now, a couple of the other ones say, "Oh, leave him alone, leave him alone." The other college buddies. They're not doing anything wrong. I said, I know, but they're blocking the people from trying to get out. I says, all I want to do is move them out of the way. Oh. So anyway, got to the point to where I grabbed the one on the top by the back of the shirt, and I picked them up, and I said, if you want to take them, they're back, take them out back. get the fuck out of here. And I pushed him. Well, that started a fight. 7 and me. Needless to say, I walked out. Everything was fine. To a point. Because I got arrested. Yeah, I did. Because when they came, again, I wasn't in uniform, so I'm just somebody on a motorcycle to them. You know, starting trouble. Now, even though the normal crowd was telling the cops that no, 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 well, they didn't listen. You know, even though they tried to tell them, they're not listening. You know, they're listening. Okay, we got 7 college kids here having a good time, and we got this motorcycle guy here, troublemaker, gang member. You know, this is what they're thinking. Causing trouble. So meanwhile, before they got there, we're duking it out. And it was actually, I don't want to say it was really enjoyable, but it was stimulating. You know what I mean? Because as a rule, you know, we never really had a lot of problems because most of the people that came in and out of there are either going to shoot you or not do anything. So it was getting to be a pain in the arse. So anyway, make a long story short, a couple of the Jamaicans actually, because like I said, we're duking it out, and I got one in front of me now. The other ones are coming back again. Calypso's son, who I knew, Calypso, and then when he was, you know, his son, and Kunta, who just got out of, what the hell was it, Rikers Island. He was in jail for a few years. Remy had a good job. He worked at Wilson's Firearms. And they're all coming. And I said, no, stop. I don't want them to get in trouble. You know what I mean? Kunta gets in trouble again. He's going to break his parole. He's going to end up back in jail. All right? Remy can lose his job. Calypso's son, I know him. No. And that's kind of the way it went. So, anyway, long story short, cops come. Hey. 2 paddy wagons. Yeah, I got a ride in the paddy wagon. On it to New Haven. And, we're down there, and I was telling them, I said, well, you know, the thing is, George, the owner of the club, one of his rules were try not to hurt anybody or fight with anybody unless you have to. You know, well, this didn't feel like I had to do anything, you know. So, I mean, not that I'm a badass, but there were only 7 of them. You know, so I know this goes over here. I gotta find a place for that one. You know, and I know there's no weapons involved. So, you know, how much shit they're gonna do with their hands, you know? So, in the interim of all this, now we get down to the station. I'm telling the cop. He says, you know, the booking. I said, yeah. He says, well, you know, when I told him, yeah, I helped Paulie close up. I says, we worked there. I says, the problem being is, you know, George, you know, doesn't really want us to fight or hurt anybody on the properties. You know, which I kind of understand that, because he doesn't want to get sued. You know, and he's paying us good money. So, you know, he's paying us basically to take a whack if we have to. So anyway, what do? They throw us all in the same cell. And one of the guys said, "Why did you start that?" I said, "I didn't start anything, guys." I says, "He was in the way of the customers trying to get out of the place, out of the shop, out of the bar, brother." I says, and at that point, all I did was ask him to move. He didn't move. "Oh, you should have," I said, "Listen, out there on George's property, he doesn't really want me to hurt you guys. However, we're in here now. All rules gone. You want to finish it off? Let's finish it off." So they all sat down and shut up. Well, there were 7 of them. 3 of them ended up in the hospital. And myself. Because when the guy walks the cells, I don't know if it was every hour or what he was doing, but he walked by the cells and he noticed that I had a black eye. The other guy was bleeding from the nose. I forgot what the other guy. The other 2, there was some reason, I don't remember what it was, but they ended up going too. So the next thing you know, we're being taken to the hospital. Well, what had happened was I broke my finger and broke my nose. So now Darlene comes to pick me up. She doesn't know what to expect. All right? They said, "Can we call anybody?" "Yeah, call my wife. I'm going to need a ride." All right? So they called the wife. She comes and picks me up, and she looks at me, and I'm looking at her, but naturally, because of the broken nose, my eyes are swelling up a little bit. And she goes, "Oh, no." Don't worry about it. It was a glorious battle. So anyway, about a week later, I go back to work, and the motorcycle. Paulie and George put it inside the building, which they shouldn't have done, but I appreciated that because there's a lot of money sitting there, and so they put that in the building. And he brought it up to me to the store the next day. And then about a week later, I went back to work. A couple weeks after that, one of New Haven's finest, which was also a friend, Marvin was horseback. And he comes up, he's hanging out, he says, "You had little problems, huh?" I go, "Yeah, shit happens, I says, however, first of all, I did talk with George. I says, and if it happens again, he agrees, okay, do what we need to do, but try not to kill anybody." So he goes, "Well, that's good." I go, "Yeah, it's a start." I says, "I understand, He goes, "Well, don't worry about it." I go, "What do you mean?" He says, "The paper's squashed." He says, "You were never arrested." I go, "Oh, thank you, Marv. Do appreciate it." So I never had to go to court or anything on that. But, and I'm not trying to sound like a hot shot, but it wasn't fun. But it was like, wow. You know what I mean? It's like, I gotta find something to put this in temporarily, because this has got to be separated, and I don't want to do it now. I just found it. There it is. A magnetic tray. And why I was trying to make a little room here is I want to get that box up here and go through it real quick. Because I mentioned it yesterday. And so now it's time to kind of clean it up a little bit.